Alright, thank you very much for joining me. This is Gulpane, just back with a quick PSP review. And this one is Prinny, Can I Really Be the Hero? So this one is a side-scrolling platform adventure, and it's called a comedy game, which is interesting because it's not really that funny, but you know, it tries anyway. So this was developed by Nippon Ichi Software and published by them as well, and it's part of the Disgaea series. It was released in Europe in 2009, so for my territory here, the territory of PAL. So basically what you do is you take control of one of, I think it's 1,000 Prinnies, or there's loads of different Prinnies anyway. A Prinny is like, it's like a little duck thing that demons use in the Disgaea series. I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. Disgaea. Disgaea is like basically you're a demon prince, and you've been kicked out of your kind of prince area. Your father is the demon king and he dies, and then you have to basically go back. You have to get back on the throne, and it's supposed to be a comedy. It's like a comedy anime. A comedy anime style, but it's a tactical RPG. And Disgaea is pretty good. Afternoon of Darkness is the one that I played quite a lot, and that one's pretty good. I haven't tried the rest of them yet though. I did try this because this one looked like my kind of game. It looks like a sideward scrolling sort of like Castlevania type game, but obviously I prefer the Symphony of the Night sort of Castlevania type games as opposed to the original Castlevania type games where you're just kind of going to the right and killing everything. So this is one of those original type Castlevania games, but this one does have a lot of charm. And basically the first couple of levels are just like tutorial levels telling you what to do, and then once you get to the main part of the game, then you go, there's loads of different Prinnies, and they're all sort of they all call each other dude, and they talk in like a kind of hippie kind of fashion, and they work for this demon girl who's trying to get her breakfast, and each one of the Prinnies then is basically like, I think like it's a different life. So whichever Prinny is wearing the scarf, that's the Prinny that you control, and then you have to go through like different levels. It's cool. It's a really nice presentation, and the graphics are lovely. It looks great, but it's really hard. It's one hard mother, and you basically have to get her dinner. So you have to get like food for her and stuff, and or else she'll be really angry. So you and all the other Prinnies that have to do that. There's various different Prinnies that are like, you know, shops and stuff, that are in like the main hub area. So the hub area is the main castle where your demon overlord sort of lives, and then you can go out of the main hub area to like different locations. Different locations are sort of like, you know, like a frozen area, a fire area, those sort of places, and you have to clear each one of them, and then defeat one of the bosses, and then bring back some of the food or bring back something from the area to the demon overlord lady. So it is quite entertaining. It's fun as well. It is really, really difficult, and you do feel sorry for the Prinnies. They look like little penguins. They look really cool. So you don't really want any of them to die, because they are very charming, and in the way they speak to each other as well. It's you know, it's just having a good time. So yeah, it's a pretty good game. It was re-released a while ago for the Switch. There is a part 2 of it as well, but I wanted the original PSP version because I don't know, it just looked like I recognized the Prinnies from the Disgaea series. So I was like, I quite like when they do like something different, because the strategy RPG of Disgaea is good, but it just takes so long to do the battles. Whereas this one, it's more like a pick up and play sort of like arcade style adventure game, but it's really hard. So you really need to keep trying it over and over again in order to get like, you know, anywhere in it. But there are like upgrades, and there's different things you can do, and yeah, just sort of like, I don't know, it's just an enjoyable game. The aesthetic is fun as well. This sort of like this or Metal Slug. I'd rather the aesthetic of this, where it's like a fantasy sort of thing, as opposed to being grounded in reality or semi-reality, the reality of war. Anyway, that's Prinny, Can I Really Be the Hero? So if you play this game, let me know in the comment section below. And thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. I'll see you next episode. Adios.